Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Centric Gaming coming to you today from the Performium network on the Epic Survival server. First things first, I do want to apologize for not getting a video out the last couple of Fridays. I've had some issues with my system as far as being able to record, where the file got corrupted, and then the next video I tried to record, the graphical quality on it completely and utterly sucked. Basically, it would show me standing right here and continuing to talk and then not actually show anything that I was trying to show. Hopefully we have gotten that fixed. Unfortunately, I did have to make some settings adjustments to where I can't use Optifine anymore and a few other things, but hopefully here soon we'll be able to get a new system up and running to where I won't have those issues anymore. Anyway, the Epic Survival server is a server on the Performium network where they are using a server mod to create epic biomes, basically. Highly amplified biomes. Trees are all wonky. The land is all wonky itself as far as the surface goes. You'll have wool blocks just kind of sitting out there on the surface. Cobblestone, just all kinds of other weird little things. And overall, it's pretty interesting. I enjoy it. As you can see, this spruce tree right here, instead of just going straight up, kind of branches out all over the place. That's not something that they manually went in and did. I'm not sure what resource pack they're using, but they're using a resource pack that kind of generates all this. Next week, we will hopefully have another wall video up and running. I'm just about to a point where the central keep is far enough along to where I can actually, show off what's going on there and what's going on in there. In the meantime, however, just wanted to kind of show you a couple of builds that I thought was kind of interesting. And you can kind of see right here some of the graphical issues that I'm having with recording. Just stuff not loading in quite as quick as it should. And just stuff disappearing. So I do apologize for that. Here, I set a teleport over to this area. This guy is working on a build in my teleport area. Anyway, you have a large community over here. That I thought was kind of interesting, just the way they built some of the community structures and stuff. So over here you have kind of the front entrance to, the community area. That is going to be owned by Jack, HYS. And just overall, they've built a really large community around here. Got a few different interesting things. The main thing that I wanted to show you here, though, was that gate. It took a lot of effort and a lot of work to actually get that done. Alright, so over here, as you can see, we got another gate into that section of the community. Couple nice little large wool banners that they made, of course, along with a bunch of beacons. Me personally, I will never use that many beacons in my build. I personally don't like to. Nice little statue here that the guy made with a little fountain going on. And a little bit of a park over here. Kind of a town hall looking area. But yeah, I don't like using a lot of beacons like that just because they detract, in my opinion, from the actual main builds themselves. They have nice effects, as you can see up there in the top right-hand corner of my screen. But honestly, I can get most of those same effects with one or two beacons. I don't need to sit there and make a ton of beacons to get the same effects. Nice little windmill here. And another nice little house. There's a build called by Not Phantom. As part of this larger community. Nice little lighthouse thing going on here. I know some of you are looking at the screen going, well, I just saw lightning hit. And why isn't there any rain or anything? Well, that's because I have rain turned off. It's actually nighttime, and I have that turned off as well. And turned to day for myself and myself only. That's one of the commands that I actually have on this server. is the ability to, change my personal time of day to day or night as I need, and to clear the weather when I need to clear it. Phantom here has a nice little note block song set up. Unfortunately, he hasn't been on in a couple of days, so we won't be able to get him to trigger that, as I don't have trust on his claim. However, as you kind of come through, you can see a few different things going on here. Nice little checkerboard thing going on here. And then he also has a storage area down through here. Now, normally I would not come in here because he does have a sign saying no entry. However, he did give me permission to come in. So we are going to come in and take a look around. So a little bit of a storage area. He gives credit to people who helped him out with stuff. That's one thing that I've always liked about the Performium servers. Most people are actually willing to give credit where credit is due. And then he has just his little storage area set up. Nice looking little cave, and as you can see, we're starting to glitch out again a little bit, just due to the delay in loading. But he has all his storage chests, books, a little enchanting area, and more storage. Does kind of the same thing I do with setting up everything with item frames, so that we can quickly and easily identify what's in each chest. And then if we come up here to the top, you've actually got his actual kind of little public looking living space, which is kind of cool. Did a really good job of it. Nice little checkerboard floor there. But the most impressive part, in my opinion, over this way is this fountain that he built. It's going to take a second to load. There we go. And just overall, it's a nice looking fountain, a very large fountain. And honestly, something I might actually put in one of my builds, as far as just kind of the generic design of it. I haven't decided yet, but I might. Right next to this place is another nice looking build, made by Adrian Dell. Nice little pagoda, with a bridge over to a sky island. And me, I don't know. I just like the way these look. They're simple builds, but I always find them enjoyable, as far as their design and just how they look. And then on top of the pagoda, he of course has a little bridge over to a little island. And then down below it is a beacon area. Like I said, not a big fan of how many beacons there are here. But not my build, so, we live with it. Now, over here, they have a start of another community. Phantom does. Nice little, start of a gazebo area with a little fountain inside and a little gate. Last I know, they are looking for players to, join this community. So you're always more than welcome to try to message them, see if they're on. Got a little private grinder area over here that they're working on. But there's lots of space around here to build, and if you're going to join a community, that's one of the things I recommend, is finding places that don't have a large amount of builds near them, just because that way you have space to branch out and actually build in. I do have homes on this server. I tend to claim villages, just because a lot of players, they don't have access to villagers, because there's players out there who just go through, destroy all the villages, kill all the villagers, just to prevent other people from being able to get books. So I have a tendency, when I come across the village, to just claim it, if I have the claim blocks available, just so that I can open up those villagers for everybody else to trade with. Anyway, this is the Epic Survival Server. Do appreciate you joining me today. If you want to see your build featured in a future video, drop a comment below. Let me know what server, and if it's not on the Performium network, let me know the server address so I can actually join it. If you enjoyed these videos and want to see more of these kind of videos, give me a like and a subscribe, and we will catch you the next time.